What is your company about then?
We're all about the outdoor living space. We're bringing the families to come outside and spend the family time. Whether we're just trying to kick it up a notch. Everybody loves the inside. Why don't we just bring it outside? To the concrete, to the pergolas, to the outdoor living space. Sit by a little fire and just kind of hang out, and tell stories about your day, and just kind of go from there.
Nice. Now, do you just give me an overview of what kind of stuff do you guys do?
Overview. There's so much. Anything outdoors we'll tackle.
All right.
The number one thing is, the stamped concrete, the paper patios, outdoor living spaces, the pergolas, the nice structures that we can sit underneath while, hanging out and watching it rain. Bringing that Mother Nature up to the outside.
That's nice. Do you like being outside yourself?
Fortunately, yes.
Okay. Did that lead to this or no? How did you get this company started?
I've been around for a long time, 20 plus years. So, it's something I enjoy doing. I enjoy, teaching. I enjoy, building. I enjoy being outside. And, every day my office is different. It's not like a normal cubicle. I walk in, sit down, and, you just never know what you get that day.
Who are you teaching?
Oh, man, a lot of people. Depending on my employees. My employees are like my number one people to be teaching. Sometimes they bring the teaching to me. Yeah. There's always new ways of doing it, and making sure we're good.
Yeah.
So.
You build patios, you put in lawns. Pretty much anything in a yard or landscaping or anything around a house, or your residential as well as, or commercial as well as residential?
Yeah, we do. The number one seller we like is the one-day makeovers.
Okay.
Basically, we'll come in, rip out your old existing plants, bring in some new soil, bring in plants, bring some fresh mulch, and just kind of make it, refresh. And, you got to remember, these houses have been around, especially around the surrounding cities, 30 plus years. It's time for that makeover and give you what you really need. So, especially the colors, plants have changed. So you never believe it. But
I guess evolution's supposed to right here.
Absolutely,
yeah, right. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, let me ask you, in terms of the big changes, what are the big changes you've noticed over the past, 5 years, 10 years?
10 years, they're branding different plants with different things, getting different colors to pop when it's supposed to. The back in the days, we were able to handle small trees. Now today we can bring in big trees that's been established for 20 plus years.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You want a palm tree? I can bring you a palm tree right to your house.
All right, no kidding.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I installed a couple palm trees in a couple houses, and it's just, temporary, but, they want the Florida feeling in Ohio.
Yeah. Those can grow for a season or two or three. They don't die in the...
So there's different kind of palm trees.
All right.
So there's ones that I had a nice 8-foot palm tree.
Yeah.
And fortunately, it was just, temporary. I have a customer that's trying a little palm tree out, and it's surviving today.
No kidding.
So,
I didn't know they could.
Yeah, just a little bit of special care. We haven't seen, cold weather this year. This winter has been pretty mild.
Yeah,
so
sure
each year's different. So, I guess the number one thing is, it's a gamble.
How do you stay up on the newest plants? Like, how do you know? How do you know?
I have a lot of good friends in different places. So, they keep us, informed on different plants. They keep us in tune with, what's coming into the market.
Okay.
The biggest thing is the quantity. For example, I might not be able to get that specific plant, but I might be able to substitute it for something better or, different colors.
Okay. You can kind of match it.
Yep.
So your friend, are they in growing businesses or okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like greenhouses and stuff like that. Are they in Ohio or are they just everywhere?
Basically we get our plants, some in Valley City, some in Avon.
All right.
The local growers will grow here.
Yeah.
Then they actually go from different states. There's different trees, different states, and they actually pluck those trees out, ship them over to us, and we basically, get a different variety. Obviously, we're not growing a palm tree in Ohio.
No,
so,
sure. No, I would have expected that. But
those once those come in a flatbed truck, those things are like gold. You got to get your hands on them when you can and just go with it.
Do you have, in terms of your supply, have there been any supply issues?
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's definitely been a change. Way of doing business, a way of, advertising our plants. We basically, if you kind of decide to go with a one-day makeover, we'll send you a plant list.
Okay.
And you kind of help us build, and we kind of build after you give us the plants. We'll come with a nice 3D drawing. Basically walk you through what it's going to look like, today, nighttime, daytime, wintertime. I mean, springtime. So you can see your different flowers pop at different times. I mean, that's huge. Technology has really changed our business. So,
what do you like best about your business, about just doing it?
You know, there's too much. I mean, I love the customer interaction. I love building their dream outdoor living space.
Yeah.
There's been projects that I basically had nothing, and I had to basically put all my ducks in a row to build this masterpiece in this person's backyard. So, I mean, basically no driveway, no grass. We installed sod. We installed big trees. You would think would have been there for 20 plus years.
Yeah.
So we bring the oasis out to the backyard.
That's nice.
So.
Do you, so what areas do you cover?
Oh man, we cover a big area. Basically anywhere from Lakewood, Strongsville, all the way to Vermillion. So if there's an area that we don't, you know, we might run over a different city if we have to.
Yeah.
So, you know, I would basically tell you, if you lived outside our service area, give us a call anyways. We might be able to help you. Or, you know what? I have a good friend that does business in that area. We refer people to the different areas.
How big is your company? How many employees?
So we average about 10 to 15, down to, you know, depends, different timing, different seasons.
Yeah, okay, understand, yeah.
You know, we're going 100 miles an hour in the spring and summer. We got, you know, 15 employees.
Okay.
A lot of our employees haven't been around with us, you know, for 5+ years. You know, I got a veteran's been there for 10+ years. So that's
good.
He's gold to me.
Yeah.
You know,
I'll bet.
I try to keep these guys, you know, going as much as possible and making sure this is their home. They're not leaving me to go to a different competitor.
Nice.
So,
how big do you see your company getting? Is there a point where you want to get big before getting bad?
No, right now it's just kind of, I like the 10 to 15 is perfect. Yeah. It's just easy to manage. I shouldn't say easy, but you know what I mean. It's a good it's a good flux of people that come through and help. I mean, the number one, I love my college kids because they come back for the next 4 years. They already know, you know, what we're doing, how we're doing it, and kind of moving from there.
Are you you're the leader of everybody, or do you have any managers below you?
Yep, absolutely. I got a manager underneath me. I call him my gopher. Okay. He's always gophering, and you know, the guys need this, they need parts. They, you know, just another guy that, you know, I focus on sales. You know, my job all day long is doing sales. Yeah. You know, when I go home, it's, you know, dad time. So, you know, I'm a big believer in family time versus work time. I gotta have a separation. Good. So,
I guess, what about the equipment you guys have to do some of the builds and stuff? I mean, do you have a lot of equipment, or do you just rent the equipment you need?
It depends. There's so much equipment that I could possibly need, and I can't always have it underneath me. But yes, we do have a lot of the big equipment. We have the nice trucks, you know, that holds all the soil or the weight. You know, the biggest thing today is the weight. I mean, everything's getting heavier, and our trucks are getting, you know, beefier, and it's more expensive to do business today. That's probably the number one thing. Back in the day, our trucks used to be 40,000. Today, they're 60, 70.
Yeah, no kidding, man.
It has changed. You know, everything today costs more. Yeah. So, I mean, it is what it is, right?
What's your ideal customer?
Ideal customer.
Size and everything, the yard, the person, and everything. If you
know, the biggest thing is, it's hard to say, because if you live in Westlake, you can have a big yard, a small yard. You just never know. It all depends what you're trying to get. If you're just doing outdoor lighting, I don't care how big your yard is. It's just, hey, you know what? We need to accent your house. We need to pop some lights in, and, you know, give you your focal point at night. You know, people don't realize by putting that lights at nighttime, it's actually bringing the landscaping alive at night. Yeah. And not only that, lighting up your pretty house. Yeah, right. So.
And do you, when you do that, do you design the light the same way you would bring in a design for
absolutely.
Flowers?
Absolutely. The good thing is with our 3D drawings, we can actually have it, you know, going during the day. Then the nighttime, the lights come on, the fireplace is going. I mean, there's so many, you know, it feels like real life that I'm walking in someone's backyard. Yeah. So it's kind of cool. Technology, man. I swear I buy it.
So, well, you can't get away from it, huh?
No, I mean, everything today is, you know, I had to learn a lot, you know, computers. I'm not a computer guy. I had to. So my business had to take me to that next level, and that's where we're at, you know, keeping up with everybody else.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
So,
well, Tom, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
And appreciate hearing about this.
Yep.